Hey Lions, so I have the privilege to talk to you guys about the squat. I'm going to touch on some mobility for the squat and mobility in the front rack position for your front squat. So let's just jump straight right into it. Your squat, basically it starts with you standing tall, your hips below parallel, and finishes with you standing tall again. Very basic, right? For some of us, yes, but for some of us, it can be a difficult movement if you do struggle with mobility or you have joint pains. Okay, let's start with the points of performance with the squat. Your stance will be shoulder width apart, your heels will be shoulder width apart. You can play around with it, maybe you get your heels a little bit closer so you have a narrow stance, or you can go a little bit wider than shoulder width, depending on what feels comfortable for you. For me, it feels comfortable with my heels shoulder width apart. Okay, so let's start with that. Your first movement for your squat, your hips will go back first, so my knees will stay in one position, my hips will go down, and I will finish with my hips below parallel, and I'll stand back up. I'm going to do a few reps for you guys and talk you through it. So I'm going to do another rep. Just have a look at my knees. When I go down, my knees will track my toes. So when I go down, my knees won't go in and I'll keep going down like that. Very bad for your knees and you're not very strong in that position. Okay, so when you go down, make sure your knees keep tracking your toes. You push your knees out and my hips will go below my knees. Okay, so at the moment, I'm just focusing on my knees, where they're going. I'm not really focusing on my chest. I know my chest is down. You don't want that. Okay. I'm going to show you again, and then on my feet, it feels like I want to tear the floor apart, so my knees will keep going out. Okay, I'll show you another rep, and there we go. Okay, it's not okay for you to do your squat, and you finish your rep here, and you stand. Okay, your squat does not count when your hips does not go below your knees and you stand up again. Okay, at 90, still is a no rep. You want your hips to go below your knees and you finish with full extension. If you do struggle with the squat, we're going to do a few drills to help you improve your squat. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a few drills. If you do struggle, maybe you struggle with ankle mobility, hip mobility, we'll go through that, but let's do some drills. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys 3 quick and easy drills with a wall ball. The first one will be a wall ball squat. So this you'll do when you struggle to find that full depth in your squat. So maybe you don't know where you must squat for your hips to be below your knees. So a nice drill is to grab a wall ball. You can use a box as well or a little bench, but just make sure the height of it will be with you. When you finish your rep, your hips will be below your knees. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to stand a little bit in front of the wall ball so my hips can go back. You don't want the wall ball straight underneath you because then you're going to go squat and you're going to have to bring your knees forward. You don't want that. Your knees have to stay behind your toes. So the wall ball, a little bit behind me, just make sure your stance is right. From here, I'm going to drive my hips back and down. Make sure I touch the wall ball and stand back up again. All the weight must be in your heels. So when you go down, I must feel the weight in my heels. My bum goes back, touches the wall ball, and I drive up with the weight in my heels again. Okay, so that's a nice drill. If you do struggle with depth, you can do a few rounds or a few reps with this before class or after class. Nice easy drill to do. Next one, you'll do if you struggle to keep your chest upright with a squat. So maybe you do your squat and when you're busy going down, you'll start dropping your chest. So you can already see that's very bad for your back. Okay, you have to get your chest upright and do your squat. Okay. So a drill for that will be, you'll keep your hands and arms in the air, your arms will be straight, and try to keep looking at your hands. You don't have to keep them all the way up, just at an angle. Then from there, you can use the ball again. I'm going to use the ball. From there, you keep your hands here, your arms, and try, when you do your squat, don't lower your arms. So try to keep them at an angle. Make sure your stance is right. All the weight in your heels, you'll squat down, keep your hands there, keep your hands there, keep your hands there, touch the wall, and stand back up. Okay, so you can see my chest stayed upright there, everything was perfect, my knees didn't go past my toes, and I got to the wall. I'll show you guys a few reps with this. So your stance, my toes a little bit out, my knees will track them, and my chest will stay upright. Arm in the air at an angle. You can go very slow, very slow, very slow. Touch the wall and stand back up. Nice. Okay. Last one, you don't have to use a wall ball, you can use a plate as well. Something that's going to distribute the weight in front of you. Doesn't have to be heavy. I'm going to use the wall ball. It's 10 pounds, so it's about 4.5 kilos. You can use a light kettlebell or a light dumbbell or 2-liter water bottle or anything that's just going to keep the weight in front of you. Okay, so for this one, you'll do, if you struggle to stay strong in the squat. So let's say you're squatting, you're busy going down, but you feel so uncomfortable, you're falling around, maybe you get to the bottom and you want to fall backwards. Okay, so maybe the weight's too much on your heel and you can't find a way to stabilize yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys again. You're squatting, your hips are going back, but at the bottom your toes are lifting and you just can't stay strong. So at the bottom, you go, and you feel you're going to fall. Maybe you have a bar on your back or in the front squat, you just don't feel comfortable. A nice drill for this will be, you grab the weight, keep it in front of you. From here, you'll squat slowly, down, and stand from there. Okay, I'm going to show you guys a couple of reps from the side. So you can see, the only thing the ball does, keeps the weight a little bit in front of me so I can stay down. It's not a solution to the problem, it's just a drill. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so we finally got to the mobility part for your squat. I'm going to show you guys 2 stretches for my ankles and my hips that I like to do, which improve my squat. Most of the time, because you will struggle with your squat, it will be your ankles or your hips that will be the problem. Okay, so your first one, you can do this stretch against a wall, or I'm going to use the rig. It's best to do this one barefooted, but I'm going to keep my shoes on. So you want to start nice and close to the wall or a beam, and make sure you keep your heel on the floor and your opposite leg, you can keep your knee on the ground. So from here, I'll make sure my knee stays, my heel stays flat. I'll try and press my knee towards the beam. I can see my heel's flat and I can comfortably reach there. So I'll get my foot slightly away from the beam still. I keep my heel flat. I'll get my knee towards the beam. Don't force it, okay? That was pretty comfortable. I'll go back again from here. I'll get my knee to reach the beam and my heel is starting to lift. Okay, so there I'll get slightly closer to the beam so it's a bit easier, and I'll let my knee touch the beam. Keep it there for a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds. Relax, and again 30 seconds and relax. Then you can do the opposite leg. Do about 2-3 rounds of that, 30 seconds on a leg, and you'll feel after a few days of doing that, it will improve your ankle mobility. It will be, most of the time, it will be your calf that's a little bit tight, so you can roll that out as well with a roller or a lacrosse ball, something that's hard, a golf ball as well. Your second one, you can use a kettlebell. This one's a bit heavier, I don't have a lighter one. You're going to go into a goblet squat, so you're going to sit all the way down. You have to be comfortable in the bottom of your squat. Okay, so this, if you're not comfortable in the bottom, this is a nice drill as well. Just to grab a weight, you can grab a bar as well. Just put it on your knees and just relax here. You need to be comfortable. Okay, but for this drill, we're going to focus on our ankles. So from here, we're going to shift to the side. Make sure your feet stays on the ground, your heels on the ground. You're going to shift to the one side. Try get your knee over your toe. Okay, just something you guys must remember, with the squat, your knees must track your toe. Okay, so with this stretch, don't press your knee over your toe and to the side. Okay, your knee must still track your toes, go over your toes. You can force it a little bit out, so it's going to open up your hip as well. Okay, but let's focus on our ankles. So get your squat stance, toes slightly out, go down, and then from here, shift to the side, one side, your knee over the toe, relax, shift to the other side, knee over the toe, relax, and other side. Okay, so this drill you can use for your hips as well. So I'm going to get my elbows off my knees. From here, I can drive my knees outwards. Make sure you keep your chest nice and upright. Stay here for a few seconds and relax. And again, press your knees outwards, chest upright, and relax. And what you can add with this is hold your kettlebell, elbows in. From here, stand up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. You're going to feel when you do that, it opens up your hips a little bit, and when you drop down in this position, you'll feel much more comfortable each time you do it. Okay, so that one, your goblet squat, you can do for your ankles and your hips. Your next one, we're going to grab a box. This one will be for your hips. You're going to put your whatever leg on the box. Try to keep it flat. Your back leg will be straight. And from here, the first thing you do, try not to just round your back and lean forward. Keep your chest upright, my back will be straight, and I'll try to get my hips forward. Okay, that way you'll feel a much better stretch in your glutes maybe if you've been stiff there, and your hips. You want to hold this stretch for maybe a minute, and then you can rotate and do the other leg as well. Okay, rotate, put this leg flat, back leg straight, hands on the box, chest upright, and lean forward. Okay, you want to press your hips forward. Hold it there for a couple of seconds and relax. If you guys do feel any knee pain with that stretch, that's fine. You can use the box again. Sit on the box. Put your leg on the opposite leg and try bring your knee towards your chest. Okay, so that's basically just an alternative if you do have any knee pain with the previous stretch. Okay, so the last drill is an awesome test for you to see where you can improve in your squat. Maybe you struggle with ankle mobility, you struggle to get your chest upright. This is an overall test you can do. Find a spot on the wall. Start with your feet far away from the wall, so you don't have to start as close to the wall as possible. So I'm going to stand a bit further away. My hands will be against the wall, and over here you want to keep your arms straight. Okay, you don't want to go down for your squat and you bend your arms. Keep your arms straight. From here, remember your points of performance. Weight on the heels, hips, back and down, and my knees will still be tracking my toes. Okay, so from here, you go down for your squat, keep your hands against the wall, make sure you're below parallel, and you stand back upright. Cool, so that was easy for me. So I'm going to stand a bit closer to the wall. My hands is going to be a bit higher, and you'll see my chest will be a bit more upright. Okay, so hands still against the wall, toes slightly out, and then from here, you'll do your squat, and make sure you look up, and stand. Okay, so now it gets a little bit more difficult. You want to see how close to the wall you can get without falling over or without bending your arms and still keep your hands against the wall. Okay, so very cool drill for you to test your squat. Okay, so we finally got to the front rack mobility for the front squat. The idea of these drills and stretches will be for you to improve your front rack mobility. So just to show you guys, when I started front squatting, my front squat looked like this. Okay, so I couldn't lift my elbows higher than this. I couldn't rest the bar on my shoulders. You want to end with your elbows as high as possible, with a full grip on the bar, and with the bar resting on your shoulders. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys a couple of stretches that I did which helped me. Okay, so very basic, you can do this anyway. You're going to start with your fingers facing away from you, your palms on the floor, and over here, you're going to lean forward and relax. Lean forward and relax. You can turn your fingers towards you. Now you're going to lean back and relax. Just for the video, I'm doing it just for a couple of seconds, but you can keep this for about 30 seconds at a time. Okay, so with my fingers facing towards me, lean back again, just until where you can feel the stretch. It mustn't hurt, it mustn't feel like anything's going to tear. Just hold it over there for a couple of seconds, maybe 30 seconds, and relax. You can get your wrists to face each other. You can go side to side, keeping your whole hand on the floor and rotating through those 3 movements. Okay, you'll feel your forearms won't be as tight as it usually is, and you'll feel a bit more comfortable when you have the bar in your hands and you're actually trying to lift your elbows. Okay, your second one will be, you can do this at the rig, maybe before the class starts, the front squats, or you 5 minutes before the class here. You can even do this in the shower against the wall. You're going to get your elbow up on the beam. Try get your tricep flat against the wall or flat against the beam. Okay, so your hand will be behind your back. From here, you press your head forward and try get your tricep flat on the wall. And hold it there for a couple of seconds. You'll feel it pull in your tricep, maybe down your lat, depending on how tight you are. If it's difficult or you are getting comfortable with a stretch, you can always grab a plate, a light plate, maybe a light kettlebell, 8 kg, 12 kg. I'm going to just grab a plate because it's the only thing I can find. Get it behind you, lift your elbow, get your tricep flat on the beam, and lean forward, and you'll feel the stretch right down your tricep into your lat, and just relax there. Okay, so all these stretches I showed you, try and do it for about 30 seconds at a time, and you can do about three rounds and rotate through that those stretches. Okay, if you guys really want to improve your squat, focus on these movements, focus on the drills, the stretches that I showed you, and try and do them at least once a day. If you struggle with your squat, pick a drill, pick a stretch, maybe the ankle stretch, your hip stretch, whatever you feel you struggle with, work on that. Don't just leave it and only work on it when the class works on, let's say, squats. Work on it every day, and you'll see some small improvements every time. Cool. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Try it. Let me know what you think, and smash it.